Hey everybody, Sai here. Welcome to La Table. Oh yeah, look at that. The cat hasn't totally wrecked it. Woo! My craft table has just been infiltrated by my cat. He tried to jump up behind the camera onto a pile of miscellaneous stuff, and he just kept paddling and paddling and paddling, and stuff kept going down on the floor, and it was a mess. So it's still down there. I will have a look at exactly what fell later on, but I was just about to start streaming, so here I am. Hello. And let's see. I had to reboot my computer because I was expecting to have sound issues. So now all the stuff that automatically starts up when my computer starts up are starting up, and it's driving me mental. So I'm trying to shut everything down and move everything to the right place so that I can begin. Right. Bit of a false start. I am sorry if you popped over to Twitch earlier on and were disappointed at my you missed me sign. I'm really sorry about that, but we had the sound issue happened and I had to stop the whole thing, restart it. So here I am today, having a little drinky, and I've got my swamp tea. Woohoo! Swamp family forever. Today I'm playing with teeny tiny stamps. Look at these teeny tiny stamps. Aren't they cute? This is a very old set of stamps. It's called the Vintage Collection. I don't want to tip it over because I'm going to lose little tiny bitty stamps and I will never find them again. It's the Vintage Collection, and it's the stamp company is called CDs, as in see with your eyes. D's. And that's because the stamp sets come in these cute little CD cases, and they're exactly the size of CD cases. And they've got this little cling mount on the back so that you can stick them onto these acrylic blocks and use them, and then when you're done, you put them away on the little sheet. Very convenient. Much more convenient than your classic woodblock stamps. Love them. Anyway, I had put them away for a very long time, and as some of you might know, I have been reorganizing my stamp collection, and I've been looking at things going, oh, I haven't used that in ages, I think I'll use that, and this is what happened. This is not the Vintage Collection, but I'm going to show you some examples of what I'm going to do today. This is a flower one from I think it's the springtime. No, this one's from Ferns and Flowers collection. And this one is from the collection I'm using today, and I am going to be using this color scheme as well. I'm going to be doing slightly different format, and it is a birthday card for my friend. So Wendy, Derek, if you're watching, switch it off right now. Right now. You'll see it soon enough. Everybody else, stay right where you are. This is one that went completely and utterly wrong. I did this one on Wednesday, and I think I had too much coffee. And it's just too much. I've lost all the depth in it. So I just stamped it all over with this little tiny, teeny, tiny green stamp, and I completely lost my wreath altogether. So, not cool, but I thought I'd show you what happens when things go wrong, because this is Happy Accident Studios. And this accident isn't particularly happy. So, but I'm keeping it anyway. So that is kind of the effect I'm hoping to achieve today. Let me show you what I've been doing, because I spent pretty much all day Sunday last weekend doing these little sample cards so that I won't forget the color combinations that I've been using. And I'm using the Memento dye ink set. I've got all 36 colors, which is quite handy when you're doing this. Here it is. That's all the colors. I think they've gone a bit overboard on oranges, but other than that, it's a fairly balanced set. There could be more reds, I'm not gonna lie. They're all a bit too pink for me, but for flowers and stuff, we're alright. So I've been doing just the odd little card for each set, and I didn't write the colors down on the back of this one. Oh, silly. I did a little ocean one. Don't know if you can even see that because this light is so blinding. There you go. That's the ocean one. It's got little bubbles and fishies and reeds and things. This is the romance set. It's got a couple of hearts and roses in it and little birdies. That's the ferns and flowers set. You'll recognize the bits I used there. And this is the vintage, which I'm working with right now. So I referred to my little test card that I made, and I've laid out all of my inks that I needed for this particular one, and there are 8 in this, 8 different colors. I have found through testing this out that the more colors, the more colors you use, the better. I'm sure there is a limit, but you've got to find colors that play well together and stamps that play well together. Hopefully the work is taken out of that by the set being provided for you. Anyway, these are my colors. I laid the colors out, and then I selected which teeny tiny stamp I wanted to do in which color. You can obviously share and do 2 stamps in one color. You could even do 2 colors on each stamp if you want. But for me, I like to keep it all just 1-to-1 like this, and then see what spaces are left at the end. So the only way to really start is if you want to do a sort of wreath shape like I did. I very lightly in pencil, you can just about see it on the angle there, I very lightly in pencil just traced around an oval image, it's a cutting pattern actually, but I've traced around it for this purpose, very lightly in pencil. I can rub that out later. And let's just get started. Basically, we choose one little teeny tiny stamp and one little item, one little color of ink, and one more thing so that we can clean as we go. Baby wipes. I like to just take one. There we go. I'm going to fold this up, and if you fold it, basically fold it into quarters, and it becomes sort of the opposite of a stamp pad. I'll fold it 3 times, whatever. Okay, here, put that there, and you'll soon see how useful that is, especially if you do want to switch colors when you're using one particular stamp. So, rubber stamping is good fun. I picked it up in 1997, so quite a long time ago. I've been stamping 18 years, longer than I have been a mother. Don't know why I said that, but there you go. You just lightly tap it on your dye ink pad. Dye ink pads are best for this, I find, because you do need an ink pad that's quite unforgiving, like, not unforgiving, but like, quite hard. And pigment pads are more spongy. And for that reason, they give you a kind of, you'll sort of catch the ink on the edges of the ink pad, and that will leave a disgusting mark on your work. So, best to avoid that if you can. I'm just trying to space these out sort of evenly. Also, keeping in mind to do some of them on the inside, some on the outside of this guideline. I cut this paper to the size of the front of my card, and I've just realized that it probably wasn't a very good idea to stamp too much outside of this line. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this as a happy accident for later. If you can hear the shouting in the background, I'm really sorry, but I do live near a football ground and there is a game on right now. Go Jills, I guess. Right, let's start over. Let's find the template. This template is from the Creative Memories custom cutting system. They don't make it anymore, I don't think. I heard somewhere the rumor that Creative Memories was resurfacing. It's been gone now for a while. I'm kind of hope it's true, because some of the things that they made were so much better quality than the other things on the market. So there are some items that I will be going back for if they really are starting back up again. So here's hoping. Anyway, we're back to where we started, and I'm going to stay more or less inside the line. So there we go. And if you use quite a big bold image to start off with, that'll be, here look, see, I'm just going to tap this until I can't see ink anymore, and that is washed. That's a clean stamp. If you use that one image as sort of the basis for your pattern, if you want to use a pattern, I find it is best to use a pattern. Otherwise, it ends up looking really uneven. So, I'm now going in with this little mesh looking one, and the color, sorry I didn't tell you that this color was elderberry, and this color is sweet plum. And I'm just going to overlap a little bit because this other stamp here has some open areas. So I'm gonna overlap this, but I'm also going to try to vary the angle, because you don't want it looking strictly patterned. It's just loosely patterned. If I'm making any sense. If you don't understand, please send me a little message. Well, I've got someone here, but I can't see my chat room for some reason. I am stopping for a minute to try and see if I can find my chat room. Here it is. Oh, hey! What's up, baby? Look at that. I got two friends here. Camilla Martina, hello from Latvia. And, of course, Noobosaurus. What's up, noobs? Nice to see you again. I am doing little teeny tiny stamps today, but I haven't got Victoria with me like I did last time. I know you like to see Victoria, but I'm on my own right now. So I've done that one, I've cleaned it, now it's time for the next one. So what have we got? I'll do something else dark. This is kind of like a little, I don't know, it looks like a clasp of some sort. These are themed generally on either sewing supplies or for some reason postage. I don't know how they go together, but okay. This color that I'm using here is called Nautical Blue, and it is a lovely match for, I've got to know my glob from Lumpy Space Princess. What do you want, Lumpy? Oh, who knows? I shall have to get it later. If anybody who's watching who's actually looking at me on the phone, who's actually trying to get me on the phone, I'm doing this right now. Oh no, it's just a vine. Hello. How very, very rude of me, checking my phone during a stream. Very unprofessional. So anyway, the clasp has been applied. Finished. We got another window popping up. Oh, Noobosaurus asks, are you planning to do a stream with anyone else from the family? Very, very occasionally I do get visitors into my craft room. If you watch yesterday's stream, which is another art therapy unboxing, you should hear two young voices. So, if that answers your question, noobs. Yes. Yes is the answer. Right, so the claspy thingies have been done. Now let's move on to this lighter color, Teal Zeal. I think it goes really well with Nautical Blue, which is why I use them together. Oh, not yesterday. Sorry, Camila. No, I wasn't here yesterday. I think the art therapy stream must have been Wednesday then. Or Thursday. Thursday, I think. No, you didn't miss anything, Camila. It is very, very hot where Camila is right now. Very hot. She's just told me it's 35 degrees Celsius. I couldn't live with it. Couldn't do it. I'd just be like, I'd go to the grocery store and I would sit in the frozen food aisle with a chair and a drink. So can you see how there's like a pattern building up? It's hard to see the lighter colors, that, especially the ones that I've just put on, but it's just kind of clustering up like that for the moment. And I'm only going to sort of do one. If I think I'll need another go around with this one later, I probably will. And I might use maybe a different color for it. I might even go into the box and get a completely different color than there is out here. This might do well with some green on it. Not sure. Let's see. Oh, let's do this one. I like this one. This is a little thimble, and I'm using the color gray flannel. Gray flannel. You can't see that. Gray flannel. Woo! And that's the thimble. Little thing you put on your finger so that you don't hurt yourself when you're sewing. In case someone doesn't know what a thimble is. Here we go. Now, do you see that now, for some reason, some of my clusters are starting to join together? That's what I want. That is the sweet spot right there. Because it's making it look more like a bit like a wreath made out of all of these little objects. So we're getting to a point where I can almost say I'm finished, but I'm going to keep going because I like it to be really filled up. So that is the gray flannel sorted out. Here's another gray called London Fog. I think I'm not going to use that yet, but I've got a little safety pin stamp here. I don't know if you can see that from there, but it's a little safety pin. I'm going to use that later. But let's go on to some thread, and I'm going to use my darkest brown, which is called Espresso Truffle. Yeah, you can kind of see it. This light's mad. I need to get a new light. Oh, tell me about it, Camila. I've got noise too because there's a football match on at the stadium, and it's right near me. I don't know whether they're doing well or whether they're doing badly, because I can't tell who's yelling. But it's very strange. Very, very, very strange. Here, put that here. La, la, la. Yeah, I can hear them. They're singing some kind of football song. Football song, football song. I don't know if we're winning or losing, but I can hear a football song. Let's drink beer and shout, 'cause the football is on. Let's drink beer and shout, 'cause the football is on. Oh dear. Oh, if it's not kids screaming, it's house building. I wish they'd get on with some house building here, I tell you. We need some more houses. Okay, this is a little button, and I'm going to use a slightly lighter color of brown for this one, but because it's such a solid color, you know, you got to look around and see, kind of be a bit more careful about where you place it. Because do you see how much it really just jumps out? Here's a place. It goes there, good, there, one here. Oh, definitely there. So it's not strictly in a pattern. You couldn't divide up all the little sections because they don't look anything like each other because your stamps have been rotated and stuff. So here I am cleaning my stamp off. Lovely. And kind of looks like I'm done with that bit. But now, that was the fun bit. Now I kind of need to do the boring bit. And I don't know, I might want to put some more, I don't know. Should we use it? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know when to stop. Honestly, no idea when to stop, so I'm gonna... Could use another little bit there, couldn't I? I'm gonna get out this London fog, which is a light grey, and I am going to stamp some of these little safety pins around because I'm cheating a little bit because I need to cut this out by hand using like a craft knife thing, and this has straighter lines on it, so I might just use this to straighten the lines out that I'm gonna have to cut. I don't know. Put one there too, just there. I don't like this one here, so I might cut this one off because it's starting to look a little bit uneven. Very strange. I think something good just happened in the game. Oh no! Mila says that her neighbor's house burnt down last year. So, well, in springtime, so they're rebuilding their house. Gosh, that's terrible. Must be a horrible thing to have to deal with. Right, so let's cut. Let's cut. I'm using a typical cutting blade, and let's just go around. Whee. It's good to find some combination of turning the blade and turning the paper, because if you start cutting at a funny angle, you might lose accuracy. Yeah. And this is going a lot faster than the last time I did this because there's straighter lines involved. I'm happy with that. There we go. I don't know any of my local football teams' songs or anything. Let's see. Oh, what kind of magazines were you cutting articles from yesterday? I have lots of crafting magazines, as you might imagine. And what I do is when I get a lot of them in my house, I don't really have room for them. I'm going to cut this one out. I don't like it. Ah, we've come full circle. Look at that. Yay! Yeah, it's a lot easier to use a blade sometimes. Yeah, you cut out the pieces of the magazine that you want, and then it takes up less space. I cut them out, and then I write down why I kept it, like what I liked about it. Usually it's an art project or something, and so if I wanted to use a certain part of it, like I liked the colors or the layout or something like that, then I'll write that in the book as well, and then I'll glue the article into the book. Sorry, have I gone off the camera? I was all the way down here. What I like to do when I'm going around the outside is I like to cut out little pieces as I go, because it gives me a way of just seeing how close I am to being done. Because by the time I've got to the outside, I'm bored. But must be done. I got a friend request from someone who looks like an American politician. Not normally the kind of person I'm friends with on Facebook. Might say no to that one. Oh, I see. So you put in your scrapbook, you have stories. Oh, that's good. Yeah. So magazines like celebrity magazines and people you like and stuff. I used to do that. My friends used to be into New Kids on the Block when they were little and when I was. Camila's just saying that she's got 500 Facebook friends and she doesn't know who most of them are. What happens is, to me, I've got quite a few as well that I don't know in real life, and it's because I play sometimes a Facebook game and I'll get a friend who also plays it and just wants more friends who play the game so that they can get better things in the game. So that's where a lot of my friends come from on Facebook. Well, the ones I don't know who they are anyway. Thing is, there's some people out there that aren't too nice, and they just they want to make you think they like them, and then I mean, they want to make them think they like you, and then they ask you for money, and like it's like, no, don't think so. If I had money going spare, I wouldn't send it to you. So you have to be very careful these days. There's some weirdos out there. I'm not good at cutting circles. But I like to cut using very small, short strokes. But it really depends on what shape you need to cut out. This is gonna look good though, I hope. It's my friend's birthday card, but I've already told her if she's watching, she needs to shut it off right now. I'll be having no I will be having no Wendy's watching me right now. If it's after her birthday, she can watch. But getting your card made by a friend. Putting it out there in public. Nope. I've never used Snapchat. I don't know if it's an age thing or if it's just one of those things where like I've been using the same thing for years and I just keep using it. I think it's whichever one your friends use is the one you use. I mean, You know, it won't help you at all if you use like Facebook Messenger if none of your friends use it. You won't get to talk to them. I was worried a minute that my head was getting in there, but it isn't, is it? In my head? No? Okay. Never done an oval one before. Yeah, I look at a lot of YouTubers on Instagram and stuff, but I haven't checked my Instagram in ages. Nearly done, look. Haven't got much farther to go. Need music or something. Around. Almost finished. I've just got a little tiny bit. Right. That is lovely. Let's have a look. That's okay. Right, now I've got some, you can't see that. This light is really blinding. Right, this says happy birthday in a little ribbon looking thing. So I need to cut this out as well. Just one of them. Ooh. Oh dear. Another catastrophe. Whoops. That wasn't good. Okay. Maybe I should be pushing so hard on this blade. Right. Go. So quiet. I wonder if the game's over. I'm not hearing anything. Blinky, blinky music. Do, 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 do. I like this little knife because it goes around your finger and you can just let go if you want to straighten your fingers out. Much better. So if I have to cut a lot, I don't get cramp. Oh, there we go. Pop. It's out. Now I have a little feeling that this might be too big for the card. Let's have a look. It is a bit like that. So what do I do? I guess I can take off this second layer here, like this. Maybe if I take off this layer, it'll be smaller, and then I can cut the ends like that. And then I could just add a little bit of ink to these bits. This is where I ruin it, probably. That's probably, whoops, it's probably as good as it's gonna get. Like that. Let's have a look now. Let's see if it fits. What if I put it here? See, this guy has kind of a little bit of a wonky bit on the side. Maybe I can cover it up. Like that. That might work. Yeah, I think I will. Right, so the next step is to get the sticky squares on it. Let's see. I've still got enough sticky squares. What I do? Right, sticky squares. They're just basically double-sided adhesive foam squares, and these, I believe, are 2 mm in thickness. And what it does is it raises your work slightly to give it dimension. I think in the first card I showed you, I've used it. Let me just bring it back in for a minute. And you see how it sort of casts a shadow on it, and it just raises it up and makes it feel a bit more substantial. And that's what I'm going to do with this entire card. So I'm just going to keep sticking these little things on here. It's good to stick them on, not too far away from each other, because if you only put, say, 4 of these on here, then the work will probably just sag in the middle and it won't look good at all. So it's good to catch the outer bits of the design and some in the middle if you think that the inner and outer bits are not close enough together. But I think we're going to be okay. I'm going to place them down using the sticky side that's against the backing sheet first. Sorry, have I been off camera again? I'm terrible. Sorry about that. And then this light is really not helping. Let me see if I can switch it off. Oh, now can you see what I'm doing? Is it easier? Can you see that I'm sticking these little sticky squares all over my work? Yeah, you can see that now. Right. Maybe one more over here. And here. Okay. So here are my little squares, and I'm just going to pick them all off. This can be quite frustrating to some people. I might actually try and pick them off with this blade, because it might be easier. No, it's not really easier at all. And it's all coming off. Never mind. Not going to use the blade. Here we go. Just make sure they're all down. Some people like to use tweezers for this. I'm not bothered. I don't go fast with it because I can't. But what you're doing now is you're exposing the adhesive on the other side of the square and leaving behind all these lovely things to get stuck everywhere. I don't have to tell any crafters that are watching twice where these end up. They end up everywhere. And I really do mean everywhere. It's a bit like glitter. Glitter goes everywhere. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. There's no known cure for glitter, and there is no known cure for sticky dot backing. So it's just a, what do they call that? Work-related risk or something like that? Documented perk of the job. Right, so I've got them all off now. Doesn't look much different, but we've got this pile of lovely scrap here. Lovely. Ew. So, now this funky side here goes on the... Right. Here it is. Popped it on nicely. And this is the funny side that I didn't quite like. So I'm going to put the happy birthday banner over it like that. And I'm thinking... I'm thinking of just putting it on there flat like that. So I need a flat adhesive now. And what I tend to use sorry, not prepared. Oh, not prepared. When I'm not using a liquid glue, I like to use this. This is called Herma, and it comes in a roller thingy like this, and it rolls. The theory is that it rolls and out comes the glue on this tape, which is, again, it's hard to see. It's invisible, really, unless you use it on something clear. So what I do is I roll this across the piece that I want to stick down. And I don't know if you can quite see this, but there is a network of dots on here now. And it's ever so slightly yellowy, because this is the permanent one. Once it's on, it's on. No repositioning allowed. But let's see. Oh, that's nice. Maybe I can get it to go slightly behind some of these other bits. That might be nice. And because it's sitting on top of the bit that's been raised up, and you can just see that space where all the little dots are. Ooh. It just rests on top of the top layer there. And that will be my friend's birthday card this year. It doesn't look very glitzy and glamorous, but she's not into the whole glitter thing anyway. Maybe I'll go a bit glitter nuts next time. Not sure. Wow, that was a quick one really for me, wasn't it? So, I'd like to thank you for joining me today. Camilla, if I've missed you, sorry about that, but I am actually finished with this for now. I will be back soon. I don't know what I'll be doing next. I think Victoria and I will probably be finishing up our art therapy piece and starting a new one. Because it's summertime, she's going to be with me probably once or twice a week doing streams, I hope, because I like working with her. And I like it when people join me and say hello, so I'm so glad that you're here. Thanks for joining me for this. If you have any questions at all about this, about the small stamps, where you can get them now, or any techniques, I can give you some links and stuff. Please do contact me however possible. You can contact me at Hapax Studios on Twitter. It's just the same as my username here. You can also find me on Instagram. That's not going to help you for messaging, but please do send me a question on Twitter, or you can just contact me by email, sy at happyaccidentstudios.co.uk. The information is actually on my closing sign, which I'm about to show you because I'm leaving. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time in the craft room. Bye bye!